So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be performing and teaching you a very cool self-working card trick. So with all that said, let's just jump straight into it. So once again, we're going to be using these Deadpool Theory 11 playing cards, and we're going to be performing a trick called 4 questions and 2 cards. It's a very literal naming of a trick, and you'll see why in just a second. So first off, we're going to get 2 cards selected from the deck, and I can show you that these are just a regular deck of cards. Obviously, other than that, they have the Deadpool design. So we're going to have 2 cards selected. Let's just say they have these 2 here, just like that. Perfect. And all we're going to do is we're going to ask 4 questions now to the deck to determine the identities of these 2 mystery cards. Okay? So the first question we're going to ask is regarding the color of the cards. And unfortunately, we are going to have to use the American spelling of this word to ask this question. But that is just something we're going to have to live with. Okay? So we're going to ask the deck what color this card is. So we're going to spell C-O-L-O-R. Perfect. God, that hurt missing out the U. Oh, I didn't like that. But we find out eventually that this card is apparently a black card. Okay, so the next question we're going to ask is based on the value of the card. So we want to know what number is printed on the card. So we're going to spell N-U-M-B-E-R. Perfect. We'll square that packet up and we'll take a look. The number is a king, so we're looking for a black king so far. That's all the information we have. The third question is going to be regarding the symbol. Most people would call it a suit, but for the purposes of this trick, we're going to be looking for the symbol on the card. So it's going to be clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds. So we're going to spell S-Y-M-B-O-L. Perfect. We'll square that up and we'll take a look. It is a club that we're looking for. So it is a black king and it's clubs. So it's the king of clubs apparently. Just to double check that we are correct before we turn over the card. The matching card, or the soulmate to the king of clubs, that would be the king of spades. Just to make sure we're on the right wavelength, we're going to see what the matching card is. We're going to just spell the word match. So we're going to have M-A-T-C-H. And with all luck, we should have the king of spades. So that is the matching card, and hopefully there it is, the king of clubs. Now, as I said at the beginning of this trick is called 4 questions and 2 cards. You may notice we've revealed one of the cards, but we've used all 4 of our questions. So to get around this, we're going to use the same packets as we did before, but we're just going to flip them and see if we get any good information. So we're going to take this packet, we'll flip it. So we're looking for a red card. So this card is apparently red. We'll flip this packet, which denotes the value or the number. So we got 10. So we're looking for, wait, is that right? A red 10. Perfect. And then the suit or symbol on the card, we'll flip this packet, is a diamond. So therefore the matching card, the soulmate, would be the 10 of hearts. So that makes me think we've got everything spot on, and this should be the 10 of diamonds. So that's the trick. I hope you enjoyed that performance. If you want to learn how it's done, then please make sure to stick around. With all that said, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I shall see you in a bit, or in the next video if you don't want to learn how it's done. Either way, see ya. So, this trick uses a very basic stacked deck principle. I don't know why, the principle is not necessary, it's a stacked deck. It's called the Sidestep stack. It's one of the first stacks that I ever learned, and it's probably one of the easiest stacks to set up. I very rarely do stacked deck tricks, but this is one of the few that I still keep in my arsenal. So, what we're going to do to set this up is the easiest way is to separate the packs, separate your deck even into clubs, hearts, spades and diamonds, then stack them going from king to ace, just like this, with the king on the top, ace on the bottom. And once you've done that, you're going to arrange the packets in chased order. You're going to have them in clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, chased order. And then with the king, the clubs even, you're just going to cut the ace of clubs to the top of the packet, just like that. Then with the hearts, you're going to cut the 4 of hearts to the top of the packet. And then with the spades, you're going to cut the 7 of spades to the top of the packet. And then with diamonds, you're going to cut the 10 of diamonds. So you're basically incrementing in groups of 3, just like that. And once you've done that, you are pretty much ready to stack the deck. All you need to do is, starting off with the clubs and hearts, you're going to go clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. You're just going to keep doing that all the way throughout the entire deck, okay? And once you have done that, you will be in Cy Stebbins' stack, okay? So just going to keep going through all of the cards, just like this, until they're all gone. I'm going to ignore the dogs because they're going mental because I haven't walked them yet. But that is because I had to go and do some volunteering this morning and I didn't want to get back and immediately walk the dogs and then do this. Either way. So once you've stacked the deck, you're going to end up with something a little bit like this. And because it is a cyclical stack, you can cut the deck as many times as you like, okay? It really doesn't matter how many times the deck is cut, it makes no difference, okay? So once you stack the deck, you are ready to begin. So what you need to do is, obviously you can give the deck as many cuts as you like, so I tend to do this like cutting. It looks like I'm shuffling the deck, but I'm just genuinely just cutting the deck. So I keep doing this and I ask the spectator to tell me when to stop. Doesn't matter when they tell me when to stop. Let's say they stop here, and then we're going to spread through the deck and they're going to point to any 2 consecutive cards, okay? They have to be consecutive. So when they spread through the deck, let's say they point to these 2 cards here, all we're going to do is basically reverse the order of them. We're going to bring the left side here, the leftmost card here, and grab it with our right fingers. We're going to separate the deck and basically switch them around, okay? So the left card is on the right card is on the left. And then essentially at that point where the cards were removed from the deck, we're going to cut the deck and complete the cut. Okay? So it looks like that. Perfect. So the first card we're going to be identifying is the one on our right, but it will be obviously on the spectator's left, which is why we switched the card, so it just looks better for them. So obviously this will be number 1 to them. And we're going to ask 4 questions. Now, everything I did in the performance is pretty much what you're going to do. It's all completely self-working from here. So you're going to ask the deck some questions. The first question is the color of the card. You're going to ask spell color. Unfortunately, the American version, as I'm British, I hate doing that. So what we're going to do is spell color. I'm going to go S, that's completely wrong. C-O-L-O-R, and I'm going to also, when you're counting, make sure to not reverse the order of the cards, as that will make your reset even lengthier than it needs to be. Okay, so it's 5 cards for the first question, so that's colour, and then you deal the next card face up on top. So that will tell us the colour of the card is red. Okay, and then for the value, you're going to spell number for the second question, so you're going to go N-U-M-B-E-R. Then do the same thing, drop the next card face up on top. So we're looking for a queen, a red queen. Now for the suit, you're going to spell the word symbol because you need 6 cards to be removed. So it's going to be S-Y-M-B-O-L. And then we drop those cards and place the next card face up on top. So we have a red queen of diamonds for the suit. And then to get the matching card or soulmate, you're just going to spell match. So it's be M-A-T-C-H. Then the next card on top face up should be red queen diamonds, should be the queen of hearts. There we go. So once we've done that, we can now flip over the first card that we're trying to identify and reveal it's the queen of diamonds. As I said, this is all completely self-working, and now to find out the identity of the next card, we explain to the spectator we've already used up all 4 of our questions. So we're just going to reuse the same questions from before just by flipping the packets. And it is as simple as that. So this will tell us the colour of the card is black. The value of the card is 9. The suit of the card is spade, so this is the 9 of spades, and the matching card should be the 9 of clubs. It's incredible. I really love this trick. You can reveal, finally, that it is the 9 of spades. So that is how you perform this incredible 4 questions, 2 cards card trick. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.